Hi, my name is Ugbomah, and for my final media project, I'm working on a short film called Plan Z, along with director and scriptwriter Joe, DOP and editor Reece, and myself, the producer. So, the name Plan Z actually stemmed from the video essay, as throughout the whole process of this FMP idea stuff, we've just been constantly developing and developing and developing ideas. So initially, the script was going to be called The Right Way Out, and it was going to be about a girl, as we wanted to have a female lead, that comes from London, same kind of areas that we do, and she was going to do everything she could to get through life the right way. So she was going to go to uni, she was going to have a little side business on the side, she was going to work a part-time job as well, literally just trying to keep herself busy and occupied so she didn't fall into any of those other kind of stuff you find in sort of urban areas such as drugs, gangs, being peer pressured into anything. She just wanted to get through life the right way. And we had done so much research, especially into the backbone of the character, and we just said to ourselves, you know what, the project needs to kind of just to change up. It was coming a bit too cliche with some of our inspirations, which I'll talk about later on. And we said to ourselves, you know what, let's take a U-turn. And we came across with the idea of Plan Z, which was going to be about a white guy called Tommy, who also lives in the urban areas, as we feel like many people get this idea that people from urban areas are just black. But no, especially in London, you have a lot of, it's very diverse, so you have a lot of people from different backgrounds, different races, different ethnicities. So we thought, you know what, let's show the white perspective of London, of the urban society, and try and represent it as best as we could in this project. We know and have a couple of friends that live this sort of life or have been through it or know people that have been through it, so hopefully it's something that not only us can relate to in some aspects, but everyone else as well. Because it's not only in London that this goes on, it's other places in the country and all across the world. So for me, I wanted to be producer of this because it's something I felt I could bring to life, as with the contacts I have, I felt like I knew what I could get out of this sort of project, and I feel like we're gonna just deliver this project and show you like how basically our side of London. So some of my main inspirations came from most of the stuff that I've watched based on things in London. So Top Boy, which is a newly rebooted series on Netflix, that was brought out by Drake, and literally being from East London and most of the stuff from Top Boy being based and shot in East London, for me it was quite relatable. Also knowing some people and knowing of some people that have been both on the previous cast of Top Boy, which was called Top Boy Summer House, and the new season of Top Boy. Knowing their stories and the background and most of the details that they went through, it was it was kind of refreshing for me to hear, as like I can see exactly what they've accomplished in life by getting themselves the right way out. But even though they're trying to show our narrative of what it is like for the many people in London. And I wanted to kind of show parts of the project. For the project, I wanted to show bits that were relatable to not just us in London, but everyone else across the UK. So we wanted to just show how London is basically not glamorized, but it is one of the biggest tourist attractions in the UK. I wanted to show everyone that it's not, it has, like everywhere else, it has its downsides. So many people know that London is a very expensive place to live. So when you're trying to feed yourself, or you're trying to travel and commute around London, keeping up with bills, so like rent, phone bills, stuff like that, it really does add up, and you're not really left with much. So I actually wanted to show how it kind of takes a lot for someone to be from London, basically. Like, you can't be a Londoner, in my opinion. But I wanted to add that sense of like competitiveness as well. So it's very hard to get kind of the job that you want in London as well. So in the film, you'll see Tommy, the main character, he goes through a lot in the sense that he's trying to go day to day to try and secure a job, but he's being rejected. And sometimes it's not due to you not being good enough, but sometimes just to how competitive it is, as the population is so big. Many people are trying to get the same jobs and have the same things. So I wanted to kind of show everyone how competitive London is and just the different aspects apart from the London Eye, Big Ben, just your daily attractions, and show what the real attractions are and real struggles are for the people that come from these places, like myself. Top Boy really influenced me in the sense of the sense of relationship that is created between characters, and especially how close and how, I think the word is loyal, how much loyalty actually matters to many people in London. It's not a word or something used very lightly. It's a big thing to many people, and I feel like we're gonna show that, and it does show that in the project that we're shooting. So, with the main character, Tommy, he was really the icing on the cake for this film, as we decided to go with a white lead. And with films of this genre that we happen to do, it's always seemed to be played by black people, and we thought, you know what? Let's change that. Let's add our element of uniquity, if that's even a word. But yeah, like, he was the icing on the cake because he's the perfect example of don't judge a book by its cover. Coming from London, there's a lot of different cultures, ethnicities, religions, and the urban culture that everyone likes to call it isn't just black people, it's all of these people combined, as all of us are going through all of our struggles and whatnot at home and at work and just in life. Tommy, he's the main breadwinner at home, as it's just him and his sister, so he's basically like the father figure to his younger sister, Sarah, and Tommy's trying to go for these job interviews, he's being rejected, and due to the mum dying due to drug abuse, and the father being in jail due to gambling habits and problems and stuff he couldn't pay off, they're left with a lot of debt at home, and they're kind of struggling to keep up with bills, heat the house, stuff like that. And these are real problems that happen not just in London but everywhere across the UK and probably the world. And Tommy's getting rejected by all these different job interviews and stuff like that, and he's really having a really hard time. And there's a guy on the estate called Dams, and he's known to just be a dodgy guy basically, and he gives Tommy a solution, but the solution isn't one that Tommy never ever thought he would have to do. And this kind of relates perfectly to a Netflix series called Ozark, where a guy is in business with his friend and the friend dies, and a third party comes in and says, because your friend has died and he was laundering money for us, you now have to launder money for us. And it's like he's been put in a position that he never thought he'd have to do, but to take care of his family, as their safety is on the line, he has to do it. And with Tommy, this one was more of a conscious decision, but he knew he had to do something to keep a roof over him and his sister's head. So he decides to do this booting, but he's having second thoughts. And this is why we decided to call the film Plan Z, because this is no one's plan A or plan B or plan C, it's Plan Z. It's literally the last option when you really can't do or get anything else, as London is such a competitive place to be and live, and a very expensive place as well. So I feel like when you guys watch this film, you're going to absolutely enjoy it and kind of understand more of why people do the things they do and why it has to be done, basically, yeah.